All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the New England Patriots. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Check.
2nd and 11. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a New England first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
At the 40-yard line.
Now, get the motivation. Stick it to Mike. Let's go, defense. Hold on. Right, here we go. Check 52.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a third and about 7 left.
I'm not sure that you'd call it a trick play, but they definitely showed some imagination there. I wouldn't be surprised if they want to come back and show this play a few more times before this one is over.
And for the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field. Back to throw here. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 44-yard line.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game too. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Check 56. Oh, yeah. And here we go.
2nd and 9 now. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's third down. He'll look to throw. He's got his man. That's Wallace. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Right here, right here. Check. Fresno. Move towards Coco. Check it.
They'll turn to Michelle as they go back to the ground, refusing to go down. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
At the 30-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7 at the 30-yard line.
On the double. Watch the slant.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And he rifles one incomplete. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. Got his man there. It's Wallace, complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 15-yard line. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
They'll run on 1st down. Michelle. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
They'll run it. This is Michelle. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Sony Michel with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Patriots drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Ready. 56. Mike, 56. Let's go. You tighten up. Let's go. You tighten up.
On 1st down, Landry. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Watch the twist. Slam. Chopper.
They'll run it for the 1st time with Alvin Kamara. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That was shades of Tennessee volunteer football back in the 80s with Charles Davis coming up from the secondary to make the tackle for a loss.
You mean my teammates doing that, right? Because they would tell you, my coach would say, where's that tape? I want to see that. But how about the complete package there? Not just playing the pass, but being a willing tackler and making a really nice play.
from the gun on third down. Love. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. After run, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Let's get it.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. He is proving his worth defensively. Getting the sack here, that comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week, continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
To throw on third down. Love. This pass complete to Higgins. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 28.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Here we go. Mr. 70 in. He can't, man. He's not.
Toss play, Kamara. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Eighth play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on third down. Operating from the gun. Love. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. In for the score as they are now on the board here in the first half. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now Michelle. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
He was brought down by Josh Sweat. That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
New England on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it. Here's Michelle. Well, the ball is out. Michelle lost it. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. He finds his man Johnson. And all the way down to the 35. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 56 yards.
First down.
So a slight improvement in field position, you might say, from inside their own 10 to this as they come up on 1st down. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Here we go. 60 orange. They're going to need some therapy after this. Said hot. 56. Body 56. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
From the gun on 3rd down. Love. That is caught at the 7. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Saints have taken the lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Now the Saints offense will remain on the field and go for 2. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now the Saints offense will remain on the field and go for 2.
I'm going to run you over.
And he is not going to make it to the goal line. So the defense holds, and this remains a 5-point game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. 2nd and 1. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
No.
They're going to look to throw. Got his man. That's Harry. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. This quarterback now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. They'll drop the throw. Looking for Harry. He airs it out deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive. And finally, I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him. Made it very tough for him to get the ball.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. 2nd and 10. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. And he's going to have the hook up here with Harry. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Ready? 60 outlaw. Right there, 56. Let's go, D.
He'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Intended for number 81. Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. They'll set up to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Sony Michel in the final seconds of the first half. And once again, the Patriots are back out in front. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the lead is now 2. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42-yard line. Great return. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On second down now, Landry. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
56, check 56. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. We got 66. Fully run.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Here 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Open man is Higgins. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 34-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
You better be afraid of me. Jump, Ready, go.
Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front. A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback. Mark 56. There you go.
From the gun, Love. And a throw right sideline is complete. Call that a very strong gain of 24. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Love. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you've got to be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
On 3rd down, Love. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Saints have retaken the lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
2nd down and inches. Catch is made by Harry. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 45-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
It's our field. Hey, it's our house. Check. It's free.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. That one good for 13 and a New England first down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On On the ground is Michel. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Here we go. Hey, come on. I'm coming.
They'll look to throw here. And he'll get that to Michel, complete. So he got 3 of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else.
I think the best offenses love to give the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. The 22 is the line to gain here on third down. Looking to throw. Dances by at the 20. That's out to his running back, Michel. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 18.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and this is what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
They'll run on first down. Michel. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
Second and 5 at the Saints 14-yard line.
Ready. 15 on it.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's Michel once again. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it first and goal.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. Fighting off the defender, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Second and goal at the 9-yard line.
Now from the 9, here's second and goal.
Undercut.
On the ground, Michel. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here, not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
He'll look to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will cut the lead down to just 2. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. I guess the good news as they start this drive is that they still do have the lead, Charles. If their defense hadn't been able to hold them to a field goal on the other side, they'd be down. But now it's about preserving that very small lead.
It is preserving and maybe stretching it out a little bit, because if you're a starter on that side of the ball, I certainly hope you didn't loosen up your shoulder pads or start to cut the tape off, because if you did it way too soon. They've got to go back out there with renewed vigor, for lack of a better term, and also a good plan. They need points, and they need them now.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Say, hard.
2nd and 5. He sets to fire deep. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Yeah, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
And I think that's going to go down as no gain, but that doesn't seem fair for the effort that was presented on that play. That should go down as a loss. I know, I'm a defensive guy, but you got to like the play that was made.
He made a lot of those plays last week. He was AFC Defensive Player of the Week, picking up where he left off. To throw on third down. Love. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 28. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They're throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Back to throw here. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. This is caught at the 20. It's a gain of 35.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. On 1st down, Michelle. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. They'll set up a throw. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. A 15-yard touchdown grab as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And the lead is down to 2. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
That one good for 33 and a 1st.
Every player I know tends to play the game in his mind before it actually happens. There's no way he thought that at this stage of the game, this would be his first big run like that.
Yeah, but it's got to feel for him like the floodgates open, a sigh of relief. Now we'll see if things can open up for him.
See if it can continue.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 17 there and a New Orleans 1st down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Kamara. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining.
At the 24-yard line.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
Take 4. General, fast. Ready, go.
They run it again with Kamara. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
Check 31, check 31.
From the gun on third down, Love. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's a 2nd and 7. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Marcus Williams. So he actually goes back about 9 yards on the return, but the interception is clean, and they have the pigskin, and they take over. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Only one timeout defensively, so this should just be a simple kneel down.
I agree totally. I looked at my time management chart. It says take a knee, victory formation. They just have one timeout left, and that should be all she wrote.
By the way, it's a good thing you can read that because nobody else can.
Not with my chicken scratch, not at all.
So this one, a victory here for New Orleans, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever